Okay, hi guys. I'm going to be answering question 4 from page 285 of your textbook. This is for 8.3. Okay, so for question 4, it tells us to estimate and calculate the area of each of the circles. So we have A and B, so I'm going to start with A. If I'm going to estimate, I want to make this as 32. I know it's hard to see my numbers, but that number is 32. I want to make 32 a little bit easier of a number to work with. So I'm going to change 32 to 30. And then I also know that I'm working with the number pi, but I'm just going to change that to the number 3. Those are easier numbers to estimate with. So my equation is area is r squared times pi, but for my estimation purposes, I'm going to change it to 30 squared times 3. So then on my calculator for my estimation, I'm going to go 30, and then I'm going to type my squared button on my iPhone calculator. It looks like this x squared button. So I got 30 squared, which it tells me automatically is 900, and then I'm going to times that by 3. Okay, so for my estimation, I got the number 2,700 millimeters squared. Okay, so now I'm going to do my actual calculation and see if my estimation was a good guess. So for my actual calculation, I have area is r squared times pi. It will help for these questions if you always write down the formula before you add in any of the numbers. That's putting the formula in your brain every single time and just making sure you're on the right track. So now I'm going to enter my numbers, which is 32 squared times pi. So now I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to clear what I did before just to make sure I'm starting over. So I have 32, and then again, there's my squared button. Okay, it tells me 32 squared is 1,024. So now I'm going to times that. Here's my pi button down here. Remember, if you don't have pi, you could just use the number 3.14. And then always for these questions, you have to click enter or equals. And my answer is going to be 3,216. And then since this question started in millimeters, I have millimeters squared. So I have a bit of a difference between my actual answer and my estimation, but considering I changed the number pi and 32 to 30, that would explain this big jump. So I am happy with my estimation and I am happy with my calculation. Now let's do B. I'm going to do B a little bit faster. So again, we have area is r squared times pi. I have 0.7. I'm going to round that up to 1 squared, and then I'm going to change this to 3. 1 times 1, that's super easy. That's 1 times 3. I get that my estimation is going to be the number 3. Totally different from this estimation over here. So now I'm going to do my actual calculation. So again, my formula is area is r squared times pi. I am going to have 0.7 squared times pi. Go over to my calculator. 0.7 squared times pi is 1.53 kilometers squared. I only really need 2 places after the decimal. That's why I ignored all the 100 that the calculator gave me. So again, I got a pretty close estimation there. So I'm happy with my estimation, and that is the correct calculation. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you later.